Hello. So today's video is going to be about legs, how to draw them, what consists of the legs. I know I'm a little late on this video, but hopefully I can bash out a couple today. So I wanted to start off with looking at the skeleton really quick. Here we see the femur bone, and it comes in, starts off really wide up at the hip bone here, comes in right into the knee, and then you have two bones for the calf, and then it comes out like that. Now the reason why I wanted to start off with the bones is because when I'm doing a gesture for legs, right, I always start off going out with the thigh to represent that femur bone, going out with the thigh. And then, if you want to place the knee there to help show you where it is. And then I go in the other direction from this curve. So if I'm curving this way, right, I'm going to be curving the other way for the calf. Okay. Now the reason why I curve the other way is because it simulates the bones that we have here. Plus, it's easier to add in the muscles around that once you actually have it in. So I'm going to do a couple examples. I'm going to show you a couple ways to kind of build on that in terms of using shapes for muscles and things like that. So here we got our model. Of course, we got classic shirtless Viking guy that we happen to be drawing every once in a while. So I kind of done a quick sketch of the torso here. It may not be 100% accurate, but right now we're doing focus on the legs. So we see that he is putting a lot of the weight on this right leg here, okay? And on top of that, the right leg is a little bit back, okay? So we need to show that in our drawings. And then we have more of a curved leg that's pointing to the left on the left side. So I'm going to zoom in, that way I can get a better view of what's going on. Of course, I have my beam here. I added some muscles, kind of fine-tune it a little bit. I want you guys to notice, if you look here, this is where his obliques and abdomen come in, right? And I'm drawing that there, okay? Right here is kind of where the pelvis and where the thigh is going to start and end, right up here. And it comes up right here, and you can kind of see it right there on this guy's hip too. So again, I'm going to start off going wide to the right, going wide to the right, and then I'm going to come in opposite direction. So I'm breaking the leg down into two parts, and then of course do a little diamond for the foot that faces towards you. Alright, so I'm going to show you really quick how I like to use shapes sometimes to help distinguish where muscles are. So I do a little circle right here for the calf muscles, okay? I mark out where my knee is going to be, so the knee is going to be a little bit straighter. And I do a nice big oval for the thigh, right? The thigh is going to be a lot more noticeably larger. And then sometimes I like to add in a little circle here for the butt, okay? So here we kind of have our leg built up. At this point, all you really need to do is just kind of follow these lines that you've already made here. All right. Here I got my first leg. Then I'm gonna look, so I see his knee is gonna be a little bit higher than that one. It's gonna be a little bit more forward too, so I'm kind of measuring things out. I'm gonna place his foot here. So the reason why I think this is an important skill to learn is because in situations like this, where you can't really see the muscles, okay, you know how to build on those muscles with the skills that you use here. All right? That way you're not stuck just drawing the clothing. Okay. I'm going to show you that circle method again. So nice big oval. And the circle's going to come up here. Okay, that's going to simulate, this circle kind of simulates the glutes. And then if it's a side-facing calf, this little oval is going to be on the outside. So if my calf is facing this way, or if my leg's facing this way to the left, the calf muscle is going to be here, because this is going to be basically bone right here. So again, I'm going to mark out my knee. Now I'm just following these lines here. Now, always remember, these drawings are never completely finished. This is just a way to quickly get down a leg for figure drawing. You can always fine tune it a little bit later. It's the beauty of figure drawing as well. I got a leg right there. Nice. It's not looking too bad. It is passable for what I was trying to do. We'll do another pose real quick. I already picked a couple that I think would be good. So now how to draw bending legs. So we did straight one. I already kind of created the bean for this guy. So of course I'm going to mark out where my pelvis is. Since his pelvis is facing to the side, you're going to see it open up here. I like to exaggerate that right there. Of course, I'm going to add in my gesture lines real quick. So I see his thighs coming out, and his calf comes out like this. I'm going to have a diamond for the foot that faces towards you. Now this one, have his calf come out, and then down. So another question I had was how to draw sitting people, specifically legs when they're sitting, because people tend to not know how to approach that. And if you're viewing it from the side, you kind of want to draw it like this. You know, it's just a nice 90-degree angle. Most of our chairs are high enough to where our legs just create a 90-degree angle. Use that method again, just so you guys can really see it. I'm going to do it a little bit looser this time, kind of simulating more of what muscles actually look like. It's okay to kind of sketch out your muscles first too. Now I want you guys to notice, just like my last drawing, I'm drawing my legs into the bean, okay? I'm not ending my legs like here, all right? That's one thing that I saw from a couple students, was that they would end their legs where the bean begins, and then there'd just be a lot of space right here. The legs go into the body, and this part right here, the lower bean, that's the lower body, right? That's where the butt is, that's where the groin is. Legs go up into it, okay? All right, so now I think I'm ready. We got our knee right here. This actually comes in. It's going to act as the groin a little bit. All right, and then you have his butt. The leg is heavily, heavily connected to the butt. This is almost like a straight line, like that. Alright, so I have my legs coming into the bean. Establish the groin here. Doesn't look too bad. last minute tips. One thing I want you guys to notice when drawing the legs is that they taper close to the ankles, okay? There are two main points that are almost similar in width. It's our ankles right here, and then our knees, all right? And we're gonna be using S curves a lot of the time. So this would be like a calf, okay? Not C curves to create muscles. There are certain situations where you do want to use it, but for the most part, you want to stick with the S curve, okay? I think I might have a couple examples back here. I do got a couple right here. If you look, every part of my ankle is nice and tapered, comes in quite nicely with almost parallel lines, not lines that will touch eventually. Alright, so hopefully the next video might be about the neck, how to connect the neck into the body. I might do a couple different views, one from the front, one from the side, and one from the back. After that, maybe I'll dip in how to draw hands and feet. I want to do one about sitting poses, and then I want to do one about drawing people from different views, like from back view, side view, things like that. All right, that's it for this video.